Hi everyone, my name is Emily Terpak and I am a real estate agent in Philadelphia and the surrounding suburbs in Pennsylvania and South Jersey. In this video, I'm going to talk about the easiest way to buy rental properties. This strategy will help you build your rental portfolio and increase your overall financial wealth. So instead of buying your dream home as your first home, you might want to consider buying your first home strictly as an investment. And here is what I mean. When you purchase a primary residence, you don't need as large of a down payment as you would if you were to buy an investment property. For a primary residence, you can put as little as 3 to 5% down. But on an investment property, you need to put 20 to 25% down. And on a $300,000 property, that's $60,000 to $75,000 alone, and that's not even including closing costs. So really the way to do it is to buy a new primary residence every couple of years and make your previous property into a rental. In a few years, you could find yourself with 2 to 3 rental properties. Now the trick here is to start small. Maybe your first home is a smaller 2-bedroom, 1-bath, and 1,000 square feet. And after a little while, you upgrade to something slightly larger, maybe 1,200 to 1,500 square feet, maybe 3 bedrooms, and make your first home that you purchased into a rental property. And when you're ready to move on from that second property, you can turn that into a rental property and buy a third property to live in, and so on and so forth. And because you're buying each subsequent house as a primary residence, the most you'll ever need to put down is 5% on each home. Whereas if you were to keep your first home as a primary residence and buy an investment property after the fact, you'll need enough for a 20 to 25% down payment, like I was saying earlier. Now, there are 2 things to note. The time between your home purchases, say from the first home that you had purchased to your second home, can't be less than a year. The lender wants to see that you've lived in the home for at least 1 year before you buy another primary residence. And remember how I said to start small and gradually increase the size of your home with each purchase? That's because every new home you're purchasing is becoming your primary residence. And it'll only make sense to the lender that you're purchasing another primary residence if you are at least maintaining or increasing the square footage of your home each time. If you purchase an 1,800 square foot home and you go to buy a smaller property, say 1,000 square feet, they're going to question if you're really buying it as a primary residence and downsizing, or if you're buying an investment property. Think about it. Most people who have rental properties own a larger home for themselves and have smaller sized rental properties. Rarely are you going to see someone who lives in a 1,800 square foot house and has 3 rental properties that are each, 3,000 square plus feet. So the square footage will come into play with a lender. And in this scenario, I would try to buy houses that are generally move-in ready. You don't want to sink a ton of cash into a property because it'll just take you that much longer to save the down payment and closing costs for your next property. Thanks for watching. Be sure to tap that like button and click here to subscribe. And for more videos, click here and here.